Mm, mm. Man, gotta get on here with some sad news today, man. Some sad news. I just woke up from my sleep from work. Wake up and I see Malcolm Jamal Warner has passed away, man. At 54 years old. Woke up shocked. I'm thinking somebody playing a game. I'm thinking somebody joking. I'm thinking it's one of these hoax. I'm thinking like somebody just out here playing with a fake headline. I'm like, nah, it's for real. It's everywhere. TMZ, every news publication, every news outlet is talking about it, right? Um, man, I was in disbelief, complete disbelief. Anybody that knows me knows that the Cosby Show is one of my favorite shows of all time, literally of all time. I made a video about 4 months ago explaining how great that show was and how great it was for black folks. Hey, y'all, what's going on? Hey, how great it was for black people. Um, like Theo Huxtable, Malcolm Jamal Warner is such a cool brother. He was such a cool brother. Anytime he was on any platform, man, when he spoke, you just feel like you had to listen to whatever he was saying. You know what I mean? His presence was a strong presence, man. I grew up watching the Cosby Show, Malcolm and Eddie, everything. Like, so when I got this news, I was just like in disbelief, like this can't be real. Um, as a young dude myself, my name is Malcolm, right? And when I was younger, I didn't like my name. And I didn't like my name because every time people found out my name when I was a kid, they would be like, oh, Malcolm X, Malcolm in the middle, Malcolm X, even teachers. And I felt like I ain't like them jokes. And I used to be like, man, why my name so older? Why so mature, etc. But when I saw that Malcolm Jamal Warner's name was Malcolm as well, it gave me solace. You know what I mean? It gave me peace. And then when I grew up to find out more about Malcolm X, I loved my name. But initially as a kid, I didn't really like my name that much. And then I seen somebody else with it because I didn't know many Malcolms growing up at all. Now, of course, Malcolm Jamal Warner is significantly older than me. But when I saw this cool guy on TV that was always just super fly, had just a great aura, positive aura around him. I'm like, man, my name Malcolm. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. You know, um, Malcolm Jamal Warner is the fabric of black culture. He is a part of the fabric of black culture. Everybody like this feel like your cousin passed away. This feels personal. I'm not always saddened when certain actors and celebrities pass away, but this one, it pulled at my heartstrings. It pulled at my heartstrings for real. Um, because I don't know, it feel like it's somebody you grew up with. Again, watching the Cosby Show. Now again, I was introduced to the Cosby Show through Nick at Night. Initially, as a little kid, I was too young to really be watching the show. You know, I'm born in 1993. I'm 32 years old. But when I got onto the Cosby Show, you know, in my adolescence, I loved it, loved it. And yeah, man, the Cosby Show did a lot for me as a young black man growing up in the hoods of Chicago, seeing a black family on television, not have to worry about money. Cause like they would just exist and living and being unapologetically black while not having to worry about finances and money and stuff like that. You know, like I love the show because when we grew up, you know, we all us had money issues and stuff like that and everything. And so, you know, when I'm watching this black family with a doctor and a lawyer, and on the show, Theo went to NYU. Theo had some of the most profound moments on the show. Of course, the Gordon Gartrell, the Gordon Gartrell episode. I love that episode. Love it. Somebody wore Gordon Gartrell on the red carpet at some event recently. I don't remember who it was, right? Um, but then I remember the episode when he was dyslexic and he was helping a kid with dyslexia. I remember the episode with him and Cockroach. Cockroach would later play Carl Anthony Payne would later play Cole from Martin, right? When they went to that dance, what was that show? Dance something. When he wanted to dance with the girl, he let Cockroach into, and Cockroach was on TV dancing with the girl that he liked and all of that. Um, the episode when he was a kid and he didn't really want to do well in school. Now this is before they discovered he had a learning disability, and he was like, "Dad, can't you just love me? Not for the fact that I'm not what you think I'm going to be, but for the fact that I'm your son." Right? And Bill Cosby, Heathcliff Huxtable, he act like you think you're gonna have an emotional moment between father and son. He said, "Theo, that is the stupidest stuff I ever heard in my life. Now you just lazy, you don't want to do no work, you just want to be lazy, you don't want to do nothing. That's all it is. You're gonna try, you don't want to try." That is the dumbest, you know. And, and I always used to laugh at that episode, man. I remember when he was trying to basically, they tried to show him what it was like to live as an adult with Monopoly money. Yeah, he said, no wonder you got D's in school. Right, man. Oh man, that show is a brilliant show. And when you see Theo's transformation from a kid who doesn't really like school, he gets into the regular mischief that a young kid could get into. Then you see him grow into a mature young man, again, going to NYU, um, being a tutor for young kids and a young kid with dyslexia. Um, yeah, man, you see him growing up, dating girls and all of that, man. His evolution is very beautiful within the show. But man, I was sad, man, when I woke up and I saw it on my phone. I woke up, I had missed some phone calls from family and stuff like that. Sometimes I think my people when I get off work, I go to sleep majority of the time. And sometimes I think my people be thinking I'm up yet already. And so my dad had called me and stuff, and I woke up and I'm like, dang, okay. And as soon as I got up, I saw on Facebook that flash across, man. So yeah, man. Yeah, he was the boyfriend of Michelle Thomas, the late Michelle Thomas, who played on um Myra Monkhouse on Family Matters, right? Beautiful young lady. Michelle Thomas eventually passed away from stomach cancer. At the time of her passing, Malcolm Jamal Warner was dating Michelle Thomas. If I'm not mistaken, did Malcolm Jamal Warner did he date what's my girl name, man? Regina King? Did he? Did he date Regina King? You said you was listening to watching that video. Yeah, Regina King. He did date Regina King. Yeah, so Derek, now you remember the video I did. This was like a few months ago. Yeah, I made a video about the Cosby Show and how influential that show was and what it did for a lot of black folks' self-esteem. For me, again, as a young black kid in the hoods of Chicago, seeing a black family not worrying about finances and just living, just existing, just being and just being black and just, being unapologetically black and, and living life and having life experiences, that felt good. Because up until that point, I mean, now we had the Jeffersons and things like that, but a lot of the black shows we saw depicted a lot of black folks that was, struggling. They were in financial despair, etc. So to see a TV show where black folks are affluent, the dad is a doctor, the mother is a lawyer, and everything is all good, and they got black art hanging up all through the house. And the topic of money is never discussed unless it's coming from the topic of, hey, dad, can I have some more money? Hey, mom, can I have some more money for this, that, and the third? Other than that, it's not, we don't got enough money to pay this bill and that bill. And to me, that felt comforting because it felt like, man, that is a future that black folks can strive for. We don't have to be struggling and worrying about how this gonna get paid, how that gonna get paid, you know. Hold on one second. SL say I saw myself in him. Not hard, street, but also not super nerdy, but still respected by everyone around him. He was just that one black dude that was an everyman. Yes, 100% SL. And that's why I connected with him. Now, in my mind, I'm a nerd in a lot of things, but I don't come across as the typical nerd. And I wasn't a street dude. I wasn't, walking around trying to be hard and tough. And so I was able to blend into so many different crowds just by being, being myself. And like, this is just a great point you made. I saw myself in him as well. And I don't think I really knew that at the time. But Malcolm was a guy, if you a kid and you ain't trying to be street and you ain't trying to be tough, that's who you aspire to be, right? Like a guy that can fit into so many different circles without trying too hard, without being somebody that you're not, you know? And I think it was certain black men that shaped that, man, like whether it be Dwayne Wayne or Theo Huxtable, Malcolm Jamal Warner, man. So yeah, man, it's devastating news to hear that. Devastating news. But my condolences to his family. He was married. He had a young daughter. Had a young daughter, man. So when you hear that, man, that's hurtful. I feel for anybody that loses their parents, but especially when they lose them young like that. Like I feel for people that lose their parents young. That's not an easy thing. That's a hurtful thing, and we're mourning him without even knowing him personally. So I can only imagine what his family is going through. I can only imagine what his Cosby Show family is going through, you know? So yeah, man, I know we really don't know what happened. We don't know whether to suspect foul play or not. If it was, I hope it's brought to justice. If not, I hope his family can find peace at some point. But it's devastating, man. It's devastating. Like I said, man, I'm not a person who just gets super emotional over every celebrity death. But this one really, really hurt. This one really, I feel it for real. Because of the fact that, like, again, this show, I felt so connected to the show. I felt so connected to the show. Felt so connected to his personality. You know what I'm saying? Sharon B said some white folks were mad. They accused the show of creating fake lifestyles. I went to college with a girl whose family was exactly like that. Yeah, and see, I don't get no time for that type of ignorance. That would have had me heated, Sharon B. That would have had me heated. But yeah, it showed. So there are certain black media, like certain black content that that inspired a lot of black folks. You know what I mean? The Cosby Show, A Different World. I would say Drumline. I would say Stomp the Yard. These shows inspire black folks, black kids to go to college, get degrees. Some would participate in black Greek letter organizations. Some would grow to be lawyers and doctors and so on and so forth from watching these individuals, watching them on television. Goddess of Mine say, I knew lots of black families like the Cosby Show. Yeah, man, it's a lot of them. Listen, in Chicago, Illinois, in the Beverly neighborhood and like Hyde Park area, you're gonna find doctors and dentists and lawyers, etc. 100%. My father was a cable contractor. He would go do cable in Hyde Park and do cable in the south suburbs, west suburbs. He would do cable in Beverly, etc. And he would go to the homes of affluent black folks. And I remember I would be with my dad because my dad did not work for the cable company. My dad was a hustler. He had his own cable business. And my dad, if I was with him, he'd say, can my son come inside? and they would let me come in. I would go in these homes, man. I knew it was a dentist. It was a dentist that lived in Beverly. House was beautiful, man. He had about three small little dogs, him and his wife. The house, it was like a mansion. And young me, my eyes were in awe because I'm like, man, it's black folks really, really living good, good, good. And to me, that was a beautiful sight to see. Yeah, man, the Gordon Gartrell shirt. Somebody just recently wore a Gordon Gartrell shirt on the red carpet. It's one of my favorite episodes of the Cosby Show. Sharon B say Atlanta was the first city I ever lived in with black old money. Got you. Yeah, man. Like, I would say me being here in Chicago, you're able to see all different type of, and this is why I would say black people, I'm for real, in Chicago, believe it or not, the media will have you thinking all of us the same here. You really see that black folks are not monolithic here. Especially when I went to high school, I went to Morgan Park High School. We had all different type of black folks in there. All different type of black folks. Yeah, Chelsea, I mentioned, like right before you got on, I mentioned he dated Regina King. SL said he had one of the coolest flat tires. He was a cool brother, man. He was dyeing it blonde. He was doing that. He was doing it before it was like a popular thing to do. That was a bold thing for him to do, especially being a Cosby kid. He had the hoop earring, all of that. I ain't wore my hoops in a while. I'm finna put my hoops back in, man. For Malcolm Jamal Warner, I ain't wore my hoop earrings in a minute, for real. But yeah, man, cool brother, man. And this definitely hurts. It hurts a ton, man. Especially when you realize, not when you realize, when you know how cool. Nobody never had nothing bad to say about him. You ain't never heard him, oh, I didn't like him. Now, he said that him and Eddie Griffin didn't really get along on set, but I ain't heard Eddie Griffin down talking him, saying he was this bad person. I never heard Eddie Griffin talking crazy about him at all. Even if they didn't really get along and didn't mesh the best, we didn't know it until Malcolm Jamal Warner told us in an interview that he did with Sway in the Morning. Yep. So I had a lot of people from Chicago who went to college. Where you go to college? Where you go to college at? Is it Shay Shay? Where you went to college at? Yeah, man, he was a cool cat. All the way cool cat, man. And for me, I like to be around cool black men who wasn't on game banging time. Cause in Chicago, it was a lot of, I grew up in the hood, so it was a lot of street, it's a lot of street. I grew up in a lot of areas where it was gang banging. It was street dudes all around. For me, you went to A&M? Oh, it's a lot of Chicago folks in A&M. What year you went to A&M? A&M got a pipeline of Chicago people. There's a few people from my high school, Morgan Park High School, that went to Alabama A&M. Shout out to Huntsville, for sure. I applied to A&M and got in. I might would have been at A&M, but Mississippi Valley gave me their full ride, so I had to go. But yeah, though, so like for me, my daddy wasn't no street dude. So I didn't want to be no street. Your father a lot of times is your biggest influence, your immediate influence. My father wasn't no street dude, man. He was a cool dude. Oh, you same age as me, Shay Shay. Matter of fact, Sam was down there. What's Sam's last name? Sam was on a TV show with B. Simone. He went to Alabama A&M. I believe Bruce Burns. Bruce was down there. Dude named Bruce Burns, I think, was in Alabama. What's Sam's last name, man? God damn, what was Sam's last name? Sam was on a TV show with B. Simone. He like a personal trainer dude now. He went to high school with me, though. Damn. Yeah, you was there. You the same age as me, 2011 and 2015 when I was at Mississippi Valley State. So you was at a swag school too. Shout out. But yeah, because my father was not a street dude, I didn't want to be no street dude. So I looked at dudes that was cool dudes around me. Guys that was cool brothers that just, they dress nice, was suave. My dad was a cool dude. He always is a cool dude. You know, always wore cologne, had the hoop earrings in his ear. My dad's an older cat though. He just went and did his work, chilled out, relaxed, watched the game. He look at pretty women when we driving in the car. Tell me about his college days with all the pretty women he was dealing with. And you know how he used to be dressing at the parties and the functions and all of the above. So that's why I didn't want to be in the street. I just wanted to dress nice, be cool, talk to pretty girls, you know, play sports, play basketball on the block with my homies. You feel me? With my guys, and that's it. Yeah, they say he was on a family vacation in Costa Rica. Yup. His issue with Eddie was how Eddie treated Karen Molina White. Him and Karen Molina White were dating at the time. Yes. Malcolm Jamal Warner dated, what's Sam last name? Is that his name? He real fit. He was on He's real fit, brother. He was on a little TV show with B. Simone. He from Chicago. I don't know if that's Sam's last name. Maybe that's his last name. There's a lot. It was a lot of y'all down there. Rashad was down there. A boy named Rashad Coleman. Rashad was down there at Alabama A&M. It was a lot, man. It was a lot of y'all down. It was a lot of my Chicago people down there. Yeah, look, I almost was at Alabama A&M. I almost would have been down there, man. Shay, you might would have ran into me. You feel me? If I was that, well, you would have. HBCU communities, our schools, our communities be small. We run into each other. We, you know, especially if we in the same age group. Well, yeah, man, nobody had nothing bad to say about him, for real. And uh that speaks values about a person. When nobody got nothing bad to say about you, they ain't got no crazy stories about you being a diva. They don't got no stories about you being an a-hole. That speaks to your character as a person. So yeah, man, this is hurtful, man. It's hurtful because, like I said before, Malcolm Jamal Warner is a part of the fabric of Black culture. Whether you older or younger, Theo like a cousin to you. Everybody see him, Theo husband. You feel like you know him. You feel like you know him when you see him. I just like not too long ago was watching interviews of him like last year. He been in, like you said, and T. Dominique said, especially considering how long he's been in the industry. He's been in the industry for a long, long time, man. Long, long time. She's T. Dominique said she wanted him to be her man. He can be your cuz. I hear you on that. She said that ain't her. That ain't her cuz. You know what I'm saying? I hear you. That's why I just tell my sister's best friends. I'm not your little brother. I'm trying to be your man, baby. Don't little bro me. I'm trying to be your man. Boy, I used to be macking my sister best friends. About one of my sisters 2 years older than me. Boy, I remember her little 16-year-old friend used to come to my room trying to talk to me. Boy, I'd be kissing all on her friend. I'm 14 years old, kissing all on her 16-year-old friend. You hear me? Hey, young boy was coming with the thunder. You know what I'm saying? What? Girl coming in the room trying to speak to me. Hey. I'm not your little brother. I'm Nene little brother, not yours. That was my energy. I'm Nene little brother. I'm not your little brother, girl. You just my sister friend. You just my sister friend. No, I wouldn't have. I wasn't having relations with him at that age. I ain't, that didn't come till later when I lost my virginity. But at that time, I was kissing him for sure. What? You know how older girls try to act like you too young. Hey, listen, man. Hey, they act like you too young. They got to get convinced because they like you already. That's why they be coming around trying to talk to you. Once you let them know you ain't young like that, I'm like Preacher Boy on Sinners. I ain't that young neither. You hear me? I wasn't doing that though. What he did to Perlene, I wasn't. I wasn't doing that at that age. No. But Ramo, what's happening? What's happening? What's the word? Hey, look, you got to go. You got to go already. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He got to go. He came in here talking crazy. He got to go immediately, man. But yeah, man. I remember I seen an episode. Not an episode. TV show. It was an episode. Sherry Shepherd had a show, and she talked about when they was on a TV show, and some show she was on, and he was her husband. No, not that wasn't. I don't know if he was a husband on the show or something they was on, and she kissed him. She kissed him. She said she used to be so happy inside when she kissed. She said he was my crush. She told him you was my crush. I used to be so happy when you kissed me, right? And Michael Jamal Warner said you should have told me, girl. I would have slipped you some tongue when I kissed you if that was the case. I said Michael Jamal Warner on that type of time up in here. And he said, I like the fact that he was able to transition from being a childhood actor and continue to work in front and behind the camera. He had talent and work ethic and didn't take either for granted. Facts. Facts. Had talent, work ethic, all of the above, man. And wasn't problematic. Seemed like he was easy to work with, ultra professional. And that's all you can ask for when you're working with talent. I'm assuming, hey man, just be professional, take your craft seriously, get along with people, everything will be all good, man. Be friendly, it's all love. And that was the vibe he gave off. Uh Isaiah say, Mac, you gonna be disappointed in me, but I just watched Sinners 2 weeks ago. Man, it's all love, man. I know how it be. Um, Especially knowing that when if you got other responsibilities and all of that, and you've been running around, sometimes it's hard to get to the theater. Amai, what's going on, man? It's hard to get to the theater sometimes. Like I know me, man. When my son was first born, going to the theaters was like going to the movies out of question for real. Like what? If we ain't got no babysitter, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. So like, and shoot, we ain't want to be. And when he was that small, it was like, his mama just wanted to had him with her for the majority of the time. So yeah, I remember the first movie we went to go see after he was born. That was the Candyman. They came out in 2021. Uh, Rap guy asks what happened. He drowned in Costa Rica, and guess they was on family vacation. I don't know what the other specifics are, but yeah, he drowned on a family trip in Costa Rica. Said taking the baby to Candyman is crazy. Yeah. Oh, I ain't take him. I didn't take him though. He wasn't. He said my baby stayed with my mama. He didn't come with us. He stayed with my mama. Yeah, man. That Candyman movie, yeah, nah. He stayed with my mama. But that was the first movie we saw after he was born. My son was born. It took me like some months, nearly to he was almost one, for me to get to a movie theater. So yeah, But yeah, man, it's very tragic, man. Very tragic. It's heartbreaking to hear all of the above, man. It's definitely gut crushing for sure. Considering again how nice of a man he always seemed to be, for real. But yeah, like I say, it's certain black content that just have an effect on you. Like I said, the Cosby Show, A Different World. Matter of fact, Cinepals, the channel Cinepals, they watching A Different World. They've been watching A Different World, and with them watching the show, it's a reaction channel. And majority of the reactors on there are not black at all. So they're being introduced to A Different World, which is a Cosby Show spinoff. And like seeing these episodes bring back so much nostalgia for me personally. When I go to the barbershop, my barber tells me how School Days and the movie Spike Lee's movie School Days and A Different World. How A Different World and School Days sent a lot of kids his age to school. Those movies sent a lot of black kids to college. You know, yeah, Jabby, T. Dominique, Jabby said he grew up watching the Cosby Show with his mama. Yup, for sure. But he didn't watch A Different World. Yup, but he grew up watching. He said he always grew up watching the Cosby Show with his mother, and he said Lisa Bonet was the first woman he ever had a crush on. And why wouldn't you have a crush on Lisa Bonet? Of course you did. You know, of course you had a crush on Lisa Bonet, because I did too. And so did Jason Momoa. And Jason Momoa ended up pulling her when he was an adult later on in life. Yeah, I'm glad they reacting to A Different World, man. Different World. Man, to see Dwayne Wayne, to see Kadeem Hardison, man. Kadeem Hardison, man. Such another cool brother, man. For real. Yes, Dave Young. A Different World sent a lot of kids to HBCUs. I myself went to a HBCU, Mississippi Valley State University. A lot of kids I know said, yeah, they went to Jackson State, Alcorn State. My dad went to Alcorn State. My auntie went to Alcorn State. My stepmother went to Alcorn. Some of my cousins went to Tougaloo. I got friends that went to Arkansas Pine Bluff. A friend that went to Southern. Friends that went to FAMU, etc. North Carolina A&T. Yep. T. Dominique, yeah, man, Center Pals reacting to Living Single, which is dope. Jabby be on it now. Jabby be like, friends stole this from Living Single, friends stole that from Living Single, friends stole this from Living. He be on it, man. But my mama, growing up with a black mama, Living Single was the show. Growing up with a black mama, what? We watching Living Single. Tanya, you went to Tuskegee? Shout out to Tuskegee. Shout out to Tuskegee. Hey, man, Kim Fields, what? Clive? Kim Fields, cold. What? I used to love Regine. I'm looking like, come on, my God, this woman fine. She finer than frog hell, boy. Kim Fields still look good. Still look good. And I remember my mama on Nick at Night. The Facts of Life was coming on Nick at Night. Now, for a kid like me, I wasn't even alive when The Facts of Life was on TV. To see Kim Fields, she was a little girl. Then she go to Regine and all that on TV. Like, man, what the hell? This woman, Kim Fields, cold, boy. Sire say, I agree. That was my preteen and teenage years. It definitely helped many black youth to aspire to pursue higher education. And it had everyone rocking the HBCU gear. Yes, and I should have put on my Mississippi Valley State hoodie. Yes, shows like A Different World, shows like Martin, all of they were wearing HBCU gear on the regular. You would see Martin with a Morris Brown shirt on, with a Grambling State shirt on. I had friends that went to Grambling, right? You would see one of them with a Jackson State hoodie on, with a Howard hoodie on, all of that type of stuff. So yes, that became a thing HBCU apparel because Heathcliff Huxtable would wear HBCU apparel in his shows and all of that, man. Bill Cosby would wear HBCU apparel. When is y'all homecoming? That is a great question. I didn't forget when. When you ask me that, I'm more than likely not gonna go. I need to go though. I gotta get it figured out. Homecoming is always around the time my son's birthday is, man. So like it'd be like a week before my son's birthday. So if that's the case, I gotta get my ducks in order and my money in a row because money gotta go to my son and his party and all of that. Then money would have to go to me going out of town on a trip and kicking it with the guys and all of that. So I have to I would have to do that strategically for real, man. So yeah, it's always be around the same time. Like, homecoming be like a week, but uh right before my son's birthday. Hey, cuz, what's happening? My cousin in here. For real. Shout out my cuz. I gotta put you on the channel and interview you. My cousin up in here for real. The chat is jumping today. C Dominique said, boy, Lark Voorhees? What? Man, Lisa Turtle? But Lisa. Oh my God, I love Lisa. Lark Voorhees was fine. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't have been on these TV shows back in the day. All right, we're gonna set up a day, cuz, for real. I couldn't have been on these TV shows back in the day, man. I get to kissing these girls on set. I'm gonna be wishing it was for real. Now I wasn't gonna be no creep, man. I'm not a creep, so I can be professional. But hey, if we got a spark on set, I'm trying to see what I'm trying to see what this could go. You know what I mean? Now, Chip Fields, man, when Chip Fields pulled out that iron on Penny on Good Timing, but Kim Fields' mama, she pulled out that iron on Penny. I said, ooh. Ooh. I was in there. No, Chip Fields was looking crazy in there. She was beating on Penny. Don't you beat on Janet Jackson like that. Chip Fields, don't you do that to that little girl. Aaron Forrest say, hey, Mac, I appreciate that shout out you gave me on the video you did on Aries Spears hating that. All love, Aaron. I'm like, hey, Aries don't like, if you ain't from New York or the East Coast, if your name not Eminem, he don't like you like that. Hey, Aries say, if Aries was the judge at Heaven's Gates, if your ass ain't from New York, you ain't getting into heaven, brother. Your ass is grass. Hey, my cuz say you freaked out. Hey, you feel me? Don't be trying to tell my secrets on here. He said you would be like Flex Alexander Jr. Hey, look. I told y'all, man, when people see me and my daughter, they be saying we Flex and Brianna. Flex and Brianna from 101. They call you Mac Mill. So Miss A, that was my name in high school, Miss A. My homies call me Mac Mills. They don't say Machiavelli, they say Mac Mills. That's my name. That my name in school was Mac Mills. Mac Miller, Mac Mill. That's my name for real, right? I put the Machiavelli on there, not because of Pac, because I was a Max B fan. Anybody that know who Max B is, he was signed with Dipset, Bird Gang back in the day. He called himself Bigavelli, right? So I said Machiavelli, you know what I mean? So yeah, there's a little Pac inspiration too, but yeah, man. Yes, but yes, Theo, aka Malcolm Jamal Warner, will never be forgotten. Look at my cousin. She said we used to call him. My cousin say, "Hey, Miss A, we used to call him Lil Flex Washington." Yeah, they used to call me Flex Washington in school. All my homies and they used to say I look like Flex. I got to college, they calling me Flex too. It's Flex Washington, and then Flex was a sports reporter. and I had my own radio show in college. And then I wrote sports columns for the school paper, the Delta Devils Gazette. I wrote sports articles for the web page. I had my own little sports TV show. So I was into the sports reporting world. So they was definitely calling me Flex then. And I was like, man, Flex is a cool guy. So I'll take that, man. He's a cool brother. Low key, they be saying like, I'm everybody. Your mama name you Malcolm, I'm gonna call you Malcolm. Hey man, hey, hilarious. Ari Spears wake up in a fitted cap. He wake up with he wake up with a Yankee fitted on every day. Hey, and a part of me respect that though, right? A part of me respects that because Chicagoans got a lot of pride too, Aaron Ford. So if we could make the White Sox fitted cap as marketable as the Yankee fitted, it'd be for real. But this city too divided on the sports teams. It's like you like the Cubs or you like the Sox. So the Sox fitted could never be the official cap of Chicago because there's too many Cubs fans here. But if you on the South Side, it could be the hat for the South Side though. It's Flex Alexander from Chicago. No, he's not. He's not. He's not. I don't believe he. If he was, I believe I would know. I know majority of the people that are from Chicago. I don't know where Flex from, but I don't think he ever I don't think he from Chicago at all. My cousins say Ari Spears showers with a fitted cap on. That's a fact. The brother shower with a cap on. He get a haircut with a fitted cap on. That's what he do. With a Yankee fitted on. Flex is from Baltimore. In the show, they were in Baltimore, right? Were they in Baltimore in one-on-one? I feel like in one-on-one, they were in Baltimore, Maryland. And in the show one-on-one. Yeah, I know Felicia Rashad, man. And Felicia Rashad was just on The Breakfast Club maybe like 2 months ago or so. Right? And I know she's devastated over this, man. I know she is. Yeah, LL was getting a line in with a fitted cap. Yeah, that was crazy. That's wild. LL was another one of them brothers that just was in the middle of a body of water with a full outfit on. and a Kango on. A Kango hat on. He was in the middle of water with jeans on. Didn't he have jeans on in the damn Paradise video in the right by a waterfall? Ah. Hey, you say you like Max from Living Single? Hey, yeah. Erica Alexander. Erica's a beautiful woman, man. For real. Erica's a beautiful woman. Erica Alexander. And matter of fact, they got a podcast, I believe. Her and what's my homegirl that plays Sinclair? What's her name, man? Godly. What is her name? I know her name. This is terrible. The one that plays Sinclair. What is her name? This is gonna kill me, man. SL say Ari Spears just need a damn time machine at this point. All you talk about is the 90s. We can send you. He said we can send you back. At least your comedy was a little better. Kim Coles, yes. Kim Coles. Thank you, man. Kim Coles, yes. I know her name. I'm like, why I couldn't remember at that time. Oh, Flex is from Harlem / the Bronx. Got you. Kim Coles. Yeah, man. Shout out to Kim Coles, man. Kim Coles and Erica Alexander got a podcast they doing. Yeah, I did know TC Carson was the voice of Kratos from God of War. Yes, I did know that. TC Carson is also a brother of Iota Phi Theta fraternity, the same fraternity that my cousin is in the chat. Her brother is a brother of Iota Phi Theta. Yeah, man, Juice, what's going on, man? Good to see you in here, man. But yeah, man, drowned in Costa Rica. And man, crushed my heart when I found out, man. It was devastating, bro. Devastating, especially for a guy like me who grew up My name is Malcolm. Grew up watching him on TV and just feeling like the brother was just a cool, down to earth brother, man, that a lot of brothers could look up to and aspire to be. It's just a positive influence for a lot of young black brothers, man. Tony Robinson said we losing a lot of our black icons. Yes, we are, man. Yes, we are. It's very sad and unfortunate too. SL say I don't. He said IDK. I don't know if I'm alone, but I thought Erica Alexander was so fine with their skin and her braids. Her voice was so sultry. That is a fact. Erica Alexander was finer than frog hair, for sure. And as a kid, right? What's fine to you changes when you a little bitty kid to when you an adult. Like when I was younger, I was only looking at Regine, right? When I got older, man, what? Erica Alexander, fine, cold. She cold. When you a kid though, man, you dealing with a lot when you're a kid. You're dealing with like the colorism that we grew up in certain areas. You know what I mean? When you were a kid, growing up in colorism, all of those type of things. When you get grown, you get older, you been Erica Alexander, fine, boy. By the time I got 13, 12, 13, that colorism stuff exited my mind though. Because it was too many fine chocolate girls where we was at. Like what? Forever Coco Chanel. No, it wasn't natural causes, Coco Chanel. He passed away. He drowned in some water while on family vacation in Costa Rica. Rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. Yeah, Erica Alexander, she was cousin Pam on the Cosby Show, Dwayne. That's right. Erica Alexander, she was cousin Pam, which she played that role extremely well. And then we saw a young Karen Molina White being her best friend Charmaine, and we saw Lance being played by what's my brother Alan Payne, a young Alan Payne who we would see be G Money and New Jack City. He would be on Jason's Lyric. Alan Payne was the young Alan Payne was the young heartthrob of the 90s, right? But young Alan Payne was on the Cosby Show as Charmaine's boyfriend, Lance. But I love the cousin Pam angle. I love the cousin Pam angle that they introduced in the Cosby Show. Goddess of Mine, she know cousin Pam. Yeah, Alan Payne was the young heartthrob of the 90s. Like they had him he was in everything. If Power was shot in the 90s, Alan Payne would be James St. Patrick. If Power was shot in the 90s, Alan Payne would have been James St. Patrick for sure. Yes, he was in Blue Hill Avenue, a movie that I really, really love. He was Tristan in Blue Hill Avenue for sure. Yep. Alan Payne, brother, keep a job, though. I got a lot of respect for him, man. Yeah, Jason's Lyric, of course. Of course. Yep. But yeah, I love the cousin Pam angle that Erica Alexander played in the Cosby Show. Cosby Show had a lot of great angles. The show still, as the show went on, some shows as they go on longer, they get worse, right? And this okay, y'all. I love Family Matters. I love Family Matters. Love that show. I still love that show to this day. As the show went on, more outlandish stuff happened. More and more outlandish stuff would happen on the show. What's my man? Steve Urkel would go to outer space. He creating clones. He creating robots. Stuff that wouldn't happen in real life. It still was entertaining though. I still really enjoyed the show. It's probably my dad's favorite show, Family Matters. But it was some stuff that happened as the show went on. You're like, all right, this is getting a little wild, right? But yeah, I still love the show. I still love it. But as the Cosby Show went on, it didn't go down in value to me at all. At all. Acting got better. The kid, you still felt connected to the actors. Every one of them. Whether it was Rudy, Denise, Vanessa, Sandra, Theo. Now Sandra, she spent the most time off screen. In fact, when the show first started, Sandra was not even in existence. They created Sandra a little later on. But at first, it was only supposed to be 4 Huxtable kids. Theo, Denise, Vanessa, Rudy. Then Sandra came, which was a great element. They had a kid that was in college already, which was showing them, I think Bill Cosby wanted to show black kids going to college, and he knew that the kids that he had on the show currently would not be of college age. So he created the character of Sandra to show her being a student at she was at Princeton. She was at an Ivy League school, right? Denise would go to Hillman, the same school, the fictional Hillman that was presented on A Different World, the fictional college that Heathcliff Huxtable and Claire Huxtable met at in the Cosby Show, basically. OJ Weston, both Martin and Family Matters got too silly towards the end. Oh, now OJ, you gonna create some controversy. You know how black folks love Martin a lot now. Hey, he said, man, hey, it got a little too outlandish now. Martin got a little too outlandish as the time went on. Let me tell y'all something. I got a take about Martin. I have a take about Martin that people gonna try to disown me for. They're gonna try to disown me for. If I think I've said it on this channel though. I've said it before. I love Martin. I really do. But in my opinion, some of them episodes did not age as well when you get older. Some of them episodes did not age as well as you got older. Some of them. Slapstick stuff. Now that's what it is. SL. Now you my man's $100,000, bro. Cause you knew exactly what I was talking about. I don't really like slapstick humor like that. So as a kid, it was funny a lot, but as an adult, some of it got a little bit much, a little bit at times. You know what I mean? I still love the show though, but some of the slapstick humor got a little bit too much as the show went on at times. You know what I mean? Yeah, he was. I love Martin Lawrence. That's my guy. Yeah. Fresh Prince aged better than me. It did. I'm with you. Fresh Prince aged better than Martin to me. I'm gonna tell y'all something else. The Jamie Foxx show don't get enough love as it should. For real, man. I'm gonna put the what you call it up here too, so I can invite y'all. Some of y'all on the I'm gonna invite some of y'all on the stage, man. Put the link right here in the comment section for y'all. Yeah, man. Like the Jamie Foxx show don't get. Jamie is hilarious, and when you rewatch the Jamie Foxx show, them jokes that he was having, boy, with him and Braxton and all that, that is it's hilarious, hilarious. When that man told Braxton his breath smelled like he been eating boo boo burgers. I don't know what. I don't know why it's silly, but it is funny as hell. And when Braxton did the skirt to Jamie, he did it to Jamie, and Jamie went under. When he went under, bro, I was dying. I don't know, man. Jamie is a nut, boy. Jamie Foxx is just a natural born fool and clown. My niece and nephew love the Jamie Foxx. Who you talking about? Cuz, who you talking about, Duddy? Which one of them love the Jamie Foxx show? I know you ain't talking about Kennedy and Caleb. Oh yeah, that one. SL say that one dude from a few lives ago, his bat signal gonna go off. Yeah, that brother was in my live stream sounding crazy. I don't know what he was talking about. I need Caleb and Kennedy love the Jamie Foxx show. I knew it. Here I come, here I come, here I go. Tonight's the night. You can check out my. Me and my mama be in there singing it. Time to get it started. You know what to do. I will make it if you want me to. Hey, Garcelle Bouvet that played Fancy. I love her. I love her. Hey, she was in an episode of Power where James St. Patrick took her down through there. And even as an older woman, she be looking good. I'm like, man, what? Garcelle Cole, boy. Hey, Mark Curry was on the on what you call, you say, you know the lyrics to everything. Coco Chanel, I'm a human jukebox. They ain't tell you I'm a human iPod. This music thing is my life, Coco. Hey y'all, my mama know the song. My mama know what's my boy name? Boston Richie, Help Me. That's my mama joint. I'm trying to get my life together. Leave these others alone. That's my mama joint. Do you love me? Do you trust me? Say you got my back, but it's that paper got you wanna F me. That's my mama partner song. I'm gonna have my mama come on here, man. Hey, shout out to Katie Arbor, because Katie Arbor was cold. She was fine too. If y'all don't know who Katie Arbor is, she was Donna and Friday After Next. That's Katie Arbor. And she was also on Soul Plane. She was everybody's girlfriend in the hood classics. You know, the movies where you ain't gotta act like that. You ain't really gotta act for real. You know, you just look cute and look pretty. You all good. Hey, look, Garcelle, what? Hold on, Aaron. You remember Garcelle was throwing it at Will Smith. I remember she told Will Smith happy birthday with a picture of them kissing in the movie Wild Wild West. Now that's wild as hell, considering this was before everything came out about Jada messing around with August Alsina. This was before all of that. So when she put up a picture telling a married man happy birthday with a picture of her kissing Will in Wild Wild West movie, when she put up that picture to tell him happy birthday, everybody like, damn, that's a married man. What you doing, Garcelle? I think this is distasteful. Garcelle knew what she was doing. She say, man, Jada don't love Will. They was like, man, fuck out of here. She was like, fuck out of here, man. Jada don't love Will. She said Will supposed to been a hot dude. Garcelle couldn't have made no post like that about me. Garcelle, what you trying to tell me, baby? You miss them old times. You miss them old. You want that old thing back, baby? You want to recreate that movie? Yeah, I do believe that, T. Dominique. I believe everybody knew that Will and Jada were open before we knew. Yes, I do believe that. Because I can't imagine Garcelle doing that to Denzel Washington. I couldn't imagine her doing that and Denzel, and because she know Pauletta, and then people gonna ride about Pauletta. They gonna ride out about Pauletta. You feel me? I couldn't imagine her doing that to just any other leading man in Hollywood. She knew Jada and Will was in an open relationship. And she like, all right, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, you can't do that to Pauletta. Pauletta. We can't play about Pauletta. Hey, speaking of that, when Denzel was in Out of Time, but Sanaa Lathan was finer than frog hair in that mob. I don't know how Denzel. I know Denzel done been on set with some women, and he had to like cut it. Like he had to like it. Some could almost went some way. He had to cut it, leave it where it is. Leave it where it is. You know what I'm saying? I know it. I think one time didn't Denzel it was Eva Mendes. It was rumors about Denzel and Eva Mendes. Yeah. I think it was something about Denzel and Eva Mendes on set or something. Denzel done been in movies with fine women. That Denzel, man, being Denzel throughout the 90s and the early 2000s, can you imagine? It was him and Sanaa. I think it was him and Sanaa. Yes. It was him and Sanaa. Yes, it was. Yeah, him and Sanaa. Yep, the rumors. Man, the way they was kissing in that movie, Denzel tongue and Sanaa down in the movie. Oh man, and son, that was Sanaa Lathan in her prime. Like this is like, woo, top tier Sanaa. This right out the Love and Basketball. This right out the Brown Sugar. You know what I'm saying? This right after all of it. You know what I mean? So yeah. Jazzy J said Denzel has admitted that he wasn't the best husband. Yeah, he said, I would never leave my wife. She might have some times where she want to leave me. She might have times where she want to leave me, but I'll never leave my wife. Never. That was the message to all the girls, Denzel, that was on Denzel Hills. I'm not leaving my wife, baby. I'm not leaving Paulette. I guarantee you, I won't leave Pauletta. Guarantee you that. But I also can guarantee that if you come by my dressing room, let me stop. I'm not putting that on Uncle Denzel, man. Yeah, I'm not putting it on Uncle Denzel. Yes, T Dominique. Nah, T Dominique know the real. That's the most intimate I done seen Denzel with a woman on screen. Him and Sanaa was kissing. He went in. Denzel's sex love scenes don't normally be like that in movies. T Dominique seen what I said. Him and Sanaa was going at it. You feel me? And quite frankly, I don't blame Denzel. See, that's why I would be getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? He said, you got to call. Yeah, he Grandpa Denzel now. Grandpa Denzel. He is, for sure. But, yeah, man. Because Denzel don't be kissing on women like that. And look, if you ain't never seen Out of Time, look at how him and Sanaa was kissing in the movie. They started off doing some role playing in the movie and shit. Hold on now. This Denzel out here. Denzel freaked out in here. Now, Julia Roberts I believe she wanted to kiss Denzel, but Denzel said he can't be kissing a white woman on screen. Now, he can't do that. He said he got too many black fans. That's women. That's fan base. He can't do that. He can't be kissing white women on screens. I can't do that, baby. I let the white girl kiss my feet and Malcolm X now. That's good enough. That's good enough. You know? Yeah, Denzel only kissed black women in the movie. Him and Julia Roberts, I'm sure Julia wanted to kiss him. He told them people, I can't be kissing a woman that ain't black now. He said that in his young years. I can't do that now. He said my bread and butter is the black women fan base. I can't do that to them. I can't do that to them, baby. They can only see me kissing a black woman on screen. Yeah, Out of Time. Yep. I still want Denzel and Will Smith to do a movie together. Yo, it's crazy that they never did a movie together when you think about it. Yes. And it's crazy that Denzel and Will Smith never did a movie together. Hey, Coco Chanel said it should have been me. It should have been you. Oh, man. Yeah. Who kissed the wife? Oh, he did. Denzel was with that. He was intimate with the prostitute girl. And he got game. Yeah. He said, we need a Denzel. We do need a Denzel comedy. We the Calvin book. Hold on, Calvin. Talk Calvin be having. He know about the movies now. You know about them flicks, boy. You know about the movies. We need a Denzel comedy, man. Somebody got to do a Denzel comedy. I don't know who would do it. I don't know who would do it. But we need Denzel in comedic form. We want to see Denzel cracking jokes and being a fool. Golly. T. Dominique said, I think that was after his career was solidified. Yeah, Spike Lee had him up in there with the with the streetwalker. Spike, why you got me in here making love to a streetwalker in this movie, Spike? Come on, Spike. You my man's $100 grand. Why you got me up in here? Ah, yeah, that Training Day is a villain in Training Day, man. Do you know how heartbroken my mama was to see Denzel be a bad guy in the movie? Denzel, the bad black woman, that's black women's worst nightmare. To see Denzel be a bad guy. My mama hate Training Day because of how evil Denzel was in the movie, how manipulative he was in the movie. Talking in Grubbing Media, he say, "What's up, Machiavelli? R.I.P. Malcolm Jamal Warner. R.I.P. indeed, man. Rest in peace to the great legend Malcolm Jamal Warner, man. Our cousin in TV media, black TV media. Very, very heartbreaking news. This very disheartening, heartbreaking news, man. Terrible to hear." Yeah, man. Passed away in a drowning incident. Drowned in Costa Rica while on family vacation. Yeah, they putting Denzel with these streetwalker women in these. Um, yeah. Now you're right. You're right. Now in He Got Game, he was locked up for a long time, so that was the first woman he had been with since his wife. You know, brother been in jail. He like, man, he'd been in jail for a minute. Let's get to it. Dwayne said, I find it amazing that he won playing a cop, that cop, and Halle Berry playing a harlot. You about to say? Yes. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. We had Monsters Ball on DVD when I was a kid. Whenever my mama left the house when I was a kid, I used to put in Monsters Ball and go watch that scene to be a freaky frog. I did. Every time my mama leave the house, I go get that Monsters Ball DVD. Thank God for we had. Thank God for DVD because I would have had to rewind the whole movie. With a DVD, you can go to scene selection and go right to the scene you wanted to go to. Make me feel good scene. Oh my God, that's terrible. That is terrible, man. What? I used to go to that scene like, man, Halle Berry, boy. Oh, freaked out. Boy, and Ricochet, when they had him tied to the bed, man, Ricochet was crazy, boy. Yes, gave him the STD so his wife can think he was creeping around on her. Yeah, had Denzel tied up to the bed and Ricochet. Yeah, Billy Bob. That's the dude you want to have on camera with. That's what I ain't like. You know what I'm saying? Why you couldn't have on screen with somebody like Denzel? You got home here doing this with Billy Bob. He a super freak. Oh man, man, horny. Look, get up out of here. Halle Berry was in the Flintstones. That is crazy. I forgot she was in there. Well, they was having Halle Berry in anything. If I, Swordfish, that's when she had them funny areolas. Oh, let me stop for YouTube trying to demonetize me, man. Golly. Losing Isaiah. My stepfather be like, every movie, Holly in, she losing her son. This losing Isaiah part two. Losing Isaiah. She had a movie called Don't Let Go. The movie was really about mental illness for real, right? It was like a play on mental illness and stuff. I watched that movie Don't Let Go. Sometime was it earlier this year or last year? At the end of last year or something, maybe earlier this year. Early this year, I think. Yep. Now you're right, T Dominique. That's how she crossed over. You right. Yep, being in the movies like the Flintstones and all of that. Then she got the Swordfish with John Travolta. Once you in movies with John Travolta and all of them, you in there. You in there like swimwear. Dorothy Dandridge, yes. Hey y'all ever seen this movie called The Patriot with Mel Gibson? I never seen this movie. I don't know what this movie just popped up on my YouTube. Y'all seen The Patriot with Mel Gibson? Catwoman might have been her first flop. Yeah, I think it was. You say, did you like The Patriot, SL? All Mel Gibson BS aside, did you like The Patriot? Glambriella Styles, what's going on? What's happening? Y'all? Oh, man, this is like the best live stream I've had in a long time, man. And I feel like we are reuniting in honor of our lost cousin, man, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Yeah, Mel Gibson. Yeah, Aaron Ford. Mel. Yeah, that's what Mel was on. Hey, let me tell y'all something, man. My auntie Miss J, my cousin Miss J is my cousin, right? And my auntie, uh, her mother, my auntie just passed away, right? Miss J's mother. My auntie had every movie you could think of, every movie you could think of, literally. My auntie had I watched Tales from the Hood for the first time at my auntie house. My auntie had all the Lethal Weapon movies, right? Um, she had Species, all them movies like that. My auntie was a movie fanatic for real. A movie fanatic. She loved movies. So it's like every movie you could think of was at her house. For real, man. And I always remember going to my auntie Linda's house and seeing the collection of movies she had. She had everything. Alien with what's it, Sojourner Weaver. Hey man, cuz auntie had every movie you could think of. We go to her house. When I seen Tales from the Hood at my auntie house, I was scared as hell. To this day, that movie do something to me, man. And I'm a grown man now, but watching that as a kid traumatized me. I'm like, oh, auntie didn't put this movie on. But she had Alien, she had all them different movies. Them dolls. When my man's, what's his name? Clarence, what was his name that died? Clarence something. He was like, this ain't no funeral home. Oh, hell no. That part did say, hey, scared the hell out of me. We got to turn this off. Clarence Williams. Yes. Clarence Williams III. He always had that mysterious aura, too. Like, he could be your cool uncle, but he also might have a few bodies on his record back in the day. Yeah, that aura, like, I don't know now, Clarence. You might got something going on in real life. Rest in peace to the brother, though. You know what I mean? He was on an episode of Everybody Hates Chris as the neighbor as the guy that moved in upstairs. And they would hear all type of stuff moving upstairs in the house. Like he moving a body or something. I don't know if y'all ever seen that episode of Everybody Hates Chris where he moved upstairs. And it would sound like he was moving a casket or something up the stairs. They were like, what is this noise he doing? What is that? It was creepy. He had a real creepy aura about himself. Everything James said, just terrible. Yeah, man. Clarence Williams and all type of stuff. Clarence Williams was in a video, was in the Murder Inc. video, Ja Rule in video. With the one with him and Charlie Baltimore and stuff. But I paid 3 months rent. Hey man, you got some creepy stuff going on up in your house, man. Yeah, Rochelle wasn't playing. You got to get up out of here now. You a certified creep. You got to go. We will give you your rent money back. Julius, hey, my father was Julius. Is Julius from Everybody Hates Chris now? That's my dad. Aaron Forrest say Clarence Williams III. He was one of those people that was naturally scary for no reason. Him and Tiny Lister. Yep, Debo. Some people just got a creepy aura about it. Like, this brother here now. You played Prince Daddy in Purple Rain. Yeah. Yep. Clarence Williams. I'm like, yo, what is, hey, this brother is real creeped out now. Calvin, remember my daddy. My daddy putting $7 on a pump folk. My dad was a $7 in a gas tank. Hey, he ain't putting no, hey, we getting $7 up in here. This is when I was in high school. This is like 09, 2010 he was doing this. Like, what? Clarence Sugar Hill. Tony Todd, yeah. Rest in peace to Tony Todd. And do y'all know I seen Candyman for the first time? And look, boy, my auntie, man, I was terrified of Candyman. Because we was going to the Robert Taylor's, my auntie babysitting us. Candyman was in the Cabrini Green projects. Getting active. I'm all, no, he gonna come get us at auntie house, man. Oh, yeah, Terry Crews, yeah, he was wilding. Wilding, man. But, yeah, man, when I talk about, y'all really got me talking about black media for real and how much we love this stuff, man. Black culture is a beautiful thing. From the films we watched, the TV shows we watched, how they resonated with people. Now, I like to speak to other generations and ask them what certain media, not outlets, but what certain content did for them as children. Because I can tell you right now, when I saw ATL, I'm not ATL, I'm sorry. When I saw Drumline and when I saw Stomp the Yard, I knew I was going to college. I ain't had no choice. I was great in school. My mama was going to make sure I went to college. There was no way I was not going to go to college. But my mother made sure I went to college. You know what I mean? But I knew I was going to be excited for college based upon what I saw in Drumline and Drumline and ATL. I mean, not ATL, Drumline and Stomp the Yard. Keith David is getting his star on Holy. Shout out to Keith David, man. Shout out to Keith David. But when I saw Drumline and Stomp the Yard, I knew I was excited for college. My mama saw Stomp the Yard and told me that I was going to be in a fraternity when I got to college. My mama saw that and said, Malcolm going to do that when he get to school. Now, I ain't think I was. I ain't going to say I didn't think. I didn't know if I was going to. But my mother saw that and said, Malcolm going to go to, and she predicted my whole life for real. She said I was going to major in communication and broadcasting and journalism. I love to write. I love sports. I love to know about sports. I love to commentate the games at the house. She knew I was going to be into that. My mama knew that I was going to be in a fraternity. She just felt like she could see me doing that. And that definitely happened. James said, a different world made me want to go to college at like 5 years old. Same, look, watching Drumline came out of what, 2002, 2001? I was a young boy when they came out. But to see Nick Cannon's character go from go from New York, he was a city kid, to go to down south for school. That was my story. Being a city kid, I wasn't in the band though. I wasn't a band member, but I was a city kid. Came down south for college, man. I would eventually meet my son's mother in school down there and all of that. But came and met all different type of people from all different walks of life. Got close with them. Them was my boys. We had all type of parties together. We on the yard kicking it. I had my first roommate was in the band. And I saw the band life up close and personal. My first roommate was from Detroit, Michigan, went to Cass Tech High School. He was in a band. So shout out Jason Weaver, man. A lot of y'all don't remember Love Ambition from Jason Weaver. Don't know why I'm so into you. Could it be the first impression? That's my joint. We say, been thinking of ways to put you in submission and make you my new prey. I don't even know your name. So how can we get together? I don't even know if you coming. Don't really care, but I know one thing's for sure, baby. That's my joint. One call away. Hey, Jason Weaver killed that hook for Chingy. He killed that hook for Chingy on One Call Away. Gonna come roll with me, and all you gotta do is call. That's the joint. Jason Weaver is that's another brother we gotta cherish in black and black media, man. Jason Weaver is a treasure, man. He is a gem from back in the day, man. From playing Michael Jackson, what? Man, that's really, really really a gem, man. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking at some. One second, y'all. I'm looking at something, man. Hey, y'all be watching the show? Ari Spears doesn't know anything after 2000. Yeah, he sure does not. He sure doesn't. Omar Gooding. Yes, Omar was very, very. I loved him on Smart Guy. I loved him on what's my movie? Baby Boy. Shout out. Hold on. My boy asked me. Oh, he said they got Michael Jordan. Said the more normal Gooding brother. They got Michael Jackson nephew playing him in a new movie. He's a dead ringer of his late uncle. For real? I think I did hear about that. So IDK how Cuba got so strange. Cuba been in them circles too much. He been at them parties. Honestly, I think Cuba been at them parties and was wilding out, man. They said Cuba is a wild dude. I think he just be, hey, he might have been starting to, I think he might be a heavy drinker and he might engage in some other, allegedly, I don't know, you know, for real, man. He said every time you see Cuba, he always sweating and busting out of his shirt somehow. Yeah, he always wilding out. Like, what's wrong with him, man? Hey, I put my daughter on Smart Guy, man. She love that show. For real. Oh, SL, you say, well, oh man, what? Well, my people was hurt. They found out I was having a baby. What? I was a little bitty boy, young boy. What? I'm finna get in. So I forgot to say something to that earlier. My man got sidetracked too. Boy, what? I was a good kid, bro. I ain't getting no trouble. I ain't with no street kid. Yeah, man. I wasn't I was a good kid, man. I ain't get no trouble. Didn't do no drugs, no nothing. But I mean, they supported me though. You feel me? They supported me when they found out it was happening. They supported me, but initially though, what? Like, oh man, because I was the kid that didn't get into no trouble. I was not a trouble kid at all. You feel me? Um, nah, we didn't argue. No, no, She said she wanted to have my daughter. It was what it was, man. It was all she wanted to have her. So it was what it was, man. But we didn't argue about it. Nope. But it's a scary thing, though. It's a scary thing being a young parent, man. It's scary. But I had support though, man. My family, I would say this, man. My family, very supportive people. That's why, I was still went to school, everything. My mama stood in my corner. Like that's why I always, I speak about my mother with a lot of the respect that I have for my mother is profound. My mother, man, she stood with me all the way through and through. Not saying that my father didn't, because he did too, but my mom's though, what? Stood with me. And my family is super supportive and embracive. I don't know if I told you this, SL. My grandmother, y'all seen my grandma on this page, right? You'll see my grandmother on my page. My grandmother had a baby at 13 years old. Yeah, Crystal in here. My mama, my mama, my rock, boy. My mama stand with me on everything I do. She stood with me tall, everything I did. Even when I went to school, I love my mama. When I went to school, man, a lot of people would have told me don't go that far. My mama let me go. You know what I'm saying? My mama really was my biggest supporter, fan, everything I did. I ran for prom king. My mama made the posters at a job. I ran for Mr. Mississippi Valley State. My mama overnighted my posters to me. Everything. You know what I'm saying? She was always rocking with me in every way. But my grandmother had a baby at 13 years old, man. And so when I asked my grandmama how she felt, she said she felt supported because my grandfather's family, they all was super, 13 years old. They were super supportive. Miss J said the Jackson women are phenomenal. That's a fact. So when my grandmother had my uncle at 13 years old, my grandfather's family was the ones that was like embracive and came around and showed love and uplifted her and helped her with everything. You know what I mean? Like everything. So the way I speak about my people, I really mean that for real, man. Like I had a lot of love around me. That's why I don't carry a lot of animus. I don't carry a lot of anger. So because I had a lot of great people around me that loved me, you know? And like it started from my mother and my father. My father's who my daddy be in my corner, but like my dad always with me all the way through and through. But like my mama, what? I ain't never going against Francine. You ain't what? You never gonna see it. Because she stood with me in every turn, man. And I had that type of support, it mean a lot. And then my grandfather used to tell me when he went to college, when he was younger, he didn't feel like he had a lot of support like that. But he's like, man, you got support, man. That matters. You got people rooting for you. So that matters the long way. I always feel like when I went to school, I was 10 hours away from home. And I got homesick when I first got there and stuff, but I never felt like my people wasn't with me. My daddy them called me all the time. My father called, check in on me, make sure I'm okay, talk to me about what's going on in school. Me and my father like this. And he wasn't in my household growing up. You know what I mean? But I can go to his house for 2 months at a time if I wanted to. My dad didn't care. He'd keep me for as ever long as I wanted to be over there. You know? And like they came together to support me. So, but yeah, them Jackson women, man, them women in my family, hey, for real. Like my cousin Miss J, her mother, recently passed away. That's my auntie Linda. That's my granddaddy's baby sister. So I didn't tell you this. My grandfather passed away the same day Sinners came out. My grandfather passed away, right? A few months, 2 months after that, his baby sister passed away. And when we were at my auntie's memorial service and leading up to it, all I could think about was how they were always supportive of everyone. My auntie used to babysit everybody. Everybody. Like I'm talking about me, my sisters, my little cousins, my older cousins, we all was over there. And my auntie, this is my second auntie. This is not my first auntie, but she never felt like a second auntie. She felt like we was close to her, like that was like my first auntie for real. My cousins that's in here, this is my second cousin. She never felt like a second cousin. She felt like my first cousin. Just because we the same age. My family, my maternal family is very young. Um, my maternal family very young. My grandma not even 70 years old yet. So because of how young my maternal family is, I kind of feel like it kind of led to us being closer in different ways. Because a lot of us lively, personality wise, my people are very, very if I have them, they are natural born entertainers. So when I have my cousin on here, she an entertainer. Her mama was an entertainer. Her brothers now, very charismatic people. So yeah, man, it's all love for me. Like you know what I mean. So when I be around them, it be funny. It's just a lot of love and a lot of support, man. Then um, shoot, my mama when I remember. Hey, in the pandemic, man, when I had my son and I had them over here, I had my daughter on virtual learning and I was I was watching my son while his mama at work on working. My mama come check in on me, trying to help me hold it down, man. So yeah. Yeah, man, grandma's house was rocking, boy. Like I said, I had a young grandmama, but my grandmama did grandmama things. Even though she was young, my grandmama felt like a grandma for real. Like the grandmamas of older times, even though she was young and youthful and she was lively. But man, we went to her house. She cooked a meal. She used to babysit us, take us to the park, let us ride the bikes out in the front yard and all of that, man. So, yup. Gemini say, man, this one sucked, man. If you black and grew up on a Cosby show, it might feel like you losing a family member. It definitely feel like that, like you losing a cousin or something, man. It feels just like that, for real. Feels just like that. Hold on, y'all. Aaron Ford said, I hate it when shows ended on a cliffhanger. My wife and kids had that same problem. Yeah, a lot of black shows ended on a cliffhanger. Moesha ended on a cliffhanger. A lot of the show, I don't like that, man. Give us some type of resolution. But oftentimes the shows would end on cliffhangers because they wouldn't get picked up for another season, and they thought they was going to get picked up. They all indication felt like they were going to get picked up for another season, and they miraculously somehow didn't get picked up. You know what I mean? So now the show, is left in the dust. They never gave black shows a proper ending. They did Moesha dirty. One-on-one, smart guy, girl. Facts. Facts. Has any of the old cast made statements? Now I don't think yet. I don't think they've made any yet. I believe they will soon, because it was announced what about 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, something like that. It was announced that he passed away to the world. I had woke up from a nap, so I was asleep when the news broke, for real. Y'all know I work nights, so when I get up in the morning, when I get up, it'd be like 1, 2 o'clock. I get up from my little nap, and then I woke up to seeing all the news everywhere. I'm gonna say something that might get me banned. Moesha season 4 was the beginning of the decline. Was season 4 when they brought in Dorian? When did they bring in Dorian? When did they bring in Dorian? I'm trying to remember what happened in season 4. That's when they brought in Ray J. How they do Arnez and Brianna's story for her to end up with Ray J. See, I ain't when one-on-one started bringing in Ray J now, when they got away from Flex and what was Flex's best friend name on there? What was his name? Dwayne. When they got from Flex and Dwayne and all of that, and whenever Ray J get brought into a show, the show going downhill. When Ray J get brought in, I know trouble is trouble is on the horizon when Ray J gets brought into a show. Shout out to Willie Ray Norwood Jr., aka Ray J. Shout out to Willie Ray Norwood Jr., aka Ray J. God bless the brother. When the brother come onto a show, I know this show not gonna be. I know we only got a few. Time is ticking on the show. What Casey and JoJo them say? Time is slipping away from me. Time is slipping away from us, man. Her first season was a half a season. In season 2, she was dating Q. Season 3, she was dating Usher. Okay. What season 4 was she dating Hakeem in season 4? When they had her dating Hakeem, I'm like, why is she dating Hakeem? I ain't really like her dating Hakeem though. That was her boy. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. The best friend wait his turn to get her love. I like why Hakeem was just her homie. Uh, you said Will and Lisa becoming brother and sister. Lisa was Nia Long, right? Nia Long was Lisa in Fresh Prince, right? When he was older, Nia Long had the short haircut. That was Lisa, right? What you mean, Gemini? Oh, got you. Season 4 was her dating Aaron. His name is was that old boy from The People Under the Stairs? Was that him? Yeah, I ain't like her dating Hakeem. Season 4, she had a crush on her teacher. Yeah. All that, man. Oh, right, Gemini. Their parents did get married at the wedding. That did happen. I forgot that happened, man. Lisa daddy and his mama. Like, that was crazy. They did get married. I forgot about that part. So when they wrote that scandalous storyline about Frank being a deadbeat dad, that's when Moesha went downhill, unfortunately. Like, why they have to do that? You know what I'm saying? Why did they have to do that? Why did Frank have to have an outside baby, masquerading it as his nephew that his sister raised? Why was this the like man? Why was it? And one of the storylines, he was a Kappa too. On one of the episodes, he talking about back when we, during our college days as Kappas. I'm like, hey, Frank gonna have to grab a cane and show me he got. Frank gonna have to show me that membership card talking about he Kappa Alpha Psi now. That season 4, was creepy as F, having a crush on a damn teacher at her young age. Yeah, like stuff like this is how I know we were living in different times. Cause certain things were permissible, like people thought was okay. Like I remember when R. Kelly was getting interviewed with Aaliyah. At the time, Aaliyah's obviously like 16 years old. R. Kelly like 28. They're asking if him and Aaliyah are in a relationship together. Like, what the hell would you ask this shit? Like, this is a little ass underage. This is an underage girl. Why are you asking is her and R. Kelly dating in an interview? Why is this okay for you to even be asking? Why would you even think it's okay for that to even be asked as a question? And it would be okay if they were dating. That's not okay. You know? Yeah, man. It's just certain things that happen in certain shows. Like some certain things that was happening in society was just like, why is this going on? Why is this a thing? Frank was not ish. Frank was wow. He was so oddly obsessed with Mo. Moesha, I don't want you to be, or he said, I don't want you to be a harlot. I don't want you to be a Jezebel. Oh man. My cousin said I always thought it was weird. I can't stand when me and my daddy age come at me. No bueno. It's a respect thing. Hey, older men be shooting a shot, boy. I work with one of my coworkers, man. She young, and the older guys come at her all the time. She say, "Uh, me and Malcolm Jamal Warner, man, it's crazy." Boy, yeah, it's very sad, man. But yeah, man, look, y'all, I'm finna get off this thing, man. Finna go call some of my people real quick, chill out a little bit. I might just get back on here later. I might. If I don't get on here later today, I'm gonna get on here tomorrow. But I'm definitely getting on here tomorrow regardless. But I might just get back on here a little later. Who knows? Before I get out of here for work, man. But I appreciate everybody that hopped on with me. Rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. Condolences to his family, to his daughter, to his wife, and all the people that's close and connected to him. Rest in heaven to Malcolm Jamal Warner. I'm out, y'all. Peace.